Hi guys, postman's bin. Got some, what's it, 470 microfarad 16 volt electrolytic capacitors. So we'll see if we can replace the ones on the power board in here. I'm not going to film it. This is just a before to say what I'm going to do, and then if it works I'll film it. Okay, got the back cover off, so we'll take the power board out and see if we can replace those capacitors. So I still haven't done any tests on this to see if that is the problem, but I do fancy having a go at it because we've replaced the television now anyway. These ribbon cables and power leads all unplug, so we'll undo the screws and then we can work on the capacitors. That one should be easy. The one hidden in this heatsink thing is going to be difficult. That's the fella. Okay, I'll clear this out the way so I've got a working space and have a go. Took longer to do that than I intended because my little favourite soldering iron just wasn't enough power to solder on that size board. It wicked the heat away too quickly, so I had to change to my other soldering iron, which has a rather poor, can we get that in focus? No, we can't. The tip's no good anyway. Oh, there we go. I've been abusing that a bit, so it's actually corroded away. Anyway, we've got two new capacitors on there. Which two was it? Yeah, that one and the one in there. The one in there wasn't as bad as I expected because there was actually a gap here that I hadn't noticed that I could actually push it through. I thought I was going to have to feed it in from the end. So, can we see the puffy end on that one? And the puffy end on that one. And I'll just repeat again, I haven't done any electrical testing on this power board at all. It's just that is the common fault with them. So I just went straight to changing them out. And I probably should have got a complete set and changed them all, but we'll just see if the two does the job. Good news, bad news time. I was successful in replacing the capacitors, but it's made absolutely no difference to the working of the television. We're still not lighting the screen. So I'll have to do what I should have done originally, which was measure all the outputs and see if we can identify whether we're getting the right amount of power through to the right places. And that's going to be a problem because I don't have the details to tell me what I should be expecting. In case you're wondering, it's not plugged in at the moment, so that's why I'm alright having a little look around here. That's a shame. The capacitors cost me about £1 something or other, so it was worth giving it a try for the sake of a couple of quid. Just occurred to me that if I turn the circuit board over, the outputs are actually written on the tags. So ground, 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 24 volt, 24 volt, 24 volt, 24 volt. Down here, 12, 12, ground, 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 5, 5. Is that 5? Can't quite read those two. 5, 5, ground, ground. So I can measure them. I'll take a photo for reference. We're into danger mode, I suppose. We've got the power on it, and we'll try doing some measurements. So that's set of terminals there. Ground 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, something else 5 volt. The top two is ground and 12 volt, and up here it's ground and 24 volt. I fooled myself just now and I did measurements and I was getting nothing out, and then realised we do actually need to switch it on. Switch on at the mains, which is down here. I'll have to move the camera a bit. Right, switch it on there, but also we need to switch it on the panel on the side there. And I didn't switch it on down there first of all, and I was getting nothing out. Well, I was getting 5 volts, but no 12 volts and no 24 volts. But if we go on there now, you can see that screen all right. How about there? Okay. Five volts, 5 volts, 4.68, 5, and then at the top there 12 or 12 and a half, and then at the very top the other way round 24 volts. So it looks like we're getting power out. So it's not a problem with the power board. It might have been, I may have fixed the power board, but we're still not getting a picture. So that then moves it onto this board, which is the one that does all the work, runs the screen and interprets the inputs. So if I'd have bought a replacement power board, I'd probably been wasting my time. So I'll switch it off again, put it back together. There's no reason for any of these leads to be loose. I haven't dropped the television or anything, so there's no reason for them to be hanging loose. I'm annoyed now that I didn't actually measure the outputs on the power board before I replaced those capacitors, because I would have known whether I actually did any good or not. Summary time. Are we any further forwards? No. So we had a go at the changing those capacitors. Whether I needed to or not, I've no idea, because now that I've measured the outputs from that power board, they all seem to be okay. So if the outputs from the power board are okay, and when I shine my torch on there, we can see that there is writing on the screen, so it does look like it's the backlight is dead. So that would be the next thing to do, would be to take it apart again and check out the backlight, put a bit of power on it direct and see if that lights it up. We'll do that some other day, not today. Thanks for watching. There's always more information down in the video description, and if you like this video, you might like this one up here, and you might like to have a look at my channel over here, see what else I do. Thank you for watching.